From Flushing, Queens, baseball from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Mets. It's Mets baseball on the show. Next. Number 48 will be on the mound for Game 4. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he did his job in his last start. He threw 7 complete innings, but still didn't get a decision. We'll see if he can get the W this time around.
David Lee makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Shortstop, David Lee.
Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first, in time, 1 away. And now a shot of the Cardinals starting lineup is set by Mike Matheny. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He enters the day among the leaders in the AL and runs batted in, and he's just a huge part of this lineup. Seems like when he goes, they go. We'll see if that's the case again in this one.
John Jay will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, it was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, my man Larry, he's solid. Rarely do many people get upset with his calling of the strike zone because it doesn't really seem like he favors any one part of the zone more than another.
Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Matt Carpenter can play a number of positions. He's played second, third base. For me, he's better suited at third base. Very sure-handed. He's got a good enough arm to play over there, and I think he's a bit more comfortable at that position.
Michael Lee will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League.
And I love this one, too. He leads the league in on-base percentage, so he's finding ways to get on base beyond just hitting the baseball.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. You'd have to say, so far, so good here for the rookie.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting ahead. He's mixing his pitches. You'd like to put up a 0 to get that first inning out of the way, and he's close to making that happen.
And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, man.
This is dangerous because out of anybody in this lineup, this guy's probably the most likely to want to run, so look out.
Number 3 will stand in now, and his batting average currently good for 7th in the National League.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
You know, when the pitcher slide steps, he's going to get the ball to the catcher even quicker, and the guy still stole that base. That was great.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. 6th home run on the season for him as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, you've got to imagine that out there on the mound, once this ball leaves the bat, he's got to be thinking, all right, I'm out of the inning. But then this thing had a lot of carry to it, nice backspin, and then it just doinks off that foul pole for a 2-out, 2-run homer. Those are the ones that really hurt.
Mark McGuire will stand in. A big power threat here, to say the least. Currently third in home runs in the National League.
Well, and that's exactly what you want from your corner infielders. You got to love having those big boys down the lines that drive the ball out of the yard.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. I'll tell you, he's already hit one guy. He is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Duda has a beat on it. And that's the 3rd out. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Home half of the first now from Citi Field. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. Johan Santana will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. EK, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he had a ton of strikeouts. He'll be looking to duplicate that effort here.
Daniel Murphy comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Mets, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Eric Harris, we take a look at this Cardinal ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Not only have they been playing well, but they've got their ace going here this afternoon, so the rich get richer.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Oh, you got to chip away. You're down by 2 after the top of the first, and that doesn't guarantee they're not going to score more runs as this game goes along, but find a way to get yourself back in this game.
Matt Carpenter will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. In there, strike 1.
You know a guy throws hard when his changeup's at 89.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Gets a small piece near the plate. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's a right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
And that misses 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away. And with a quick breather here, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Lucas Duda will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
Well, if these guys indeed want to get themselves a win here on the road, they're going to need a big pitching performance. And this has been a very strong first inning to this point.
1-0 pitch is right there, but ruled a ball. 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
3-0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with two away, but apparently not.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
And sometimes, you know, you just got to learn that harder isn't always better. You've got to be able to dial that fastball down a few miles an hour and make sure you keep it in the strike zone.
Jason Hayward will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Already hitting 98 miles an hour here in the first inning. He's one of the hardest throwers that these guys will see all year long.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So no runs here, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Cardinals lead it 2-0. Nick Savage makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Here we go again. He's fallen behind already here to start the second. I guess he didn't learn his lesson.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Ed Easley will stand in now following the leadoff walk, and might we see a bunt attempt here in a 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll get back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
He's set. Here it comes. And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And the runner will get back standing. Two and 0 count. Here it comes. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Is he worrying too much about that guy on first?
I think he might be. Guys worry so much about the stolen base, but they don't realize that a walk is 10 times worse.
Throw over to first. Runner's back.
Keeping an eye on him.
And the count will be full. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Peter Borges steps in for the first time. One of those guys really needing something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go of it lately. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The throw, and no throw as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. Don't know if that was a true hit and run there with 2 strikes or not, but he's into second base safely on the strikeout. Johan Santana gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with two gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it. Most of them can't hit at all. But, hey, this is an opportunity right here to help your own cause.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
Nope, down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Pitch count already becoming a factor. He's at 34 now, still not out of the second inning.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Line towards center field. Lagares is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're up 2-0. Leading off the inning, John Mayberry, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Sean Mayberry Jr.
Ran the circle change in on him, a ball and no strikes. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Now after the leadoff walk, that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So let's see if they can use that as a springboard to a big inning.
Travis d'Arnaud gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
From the stretch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Boy, that is as close to unhittable as it gets.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Nobody out, runner on first. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one.
3-2.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Now, this is going to be a short outing if walks continue to be a problem. I mean, that's 2 already here in the second inning.
Juan Lagares will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Lays off 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And now, whatever pitch he feels most comfortable with, that's the pitch he needs to throw right here because he cannot afford to put this one out of the strike zone.
Takes this the other way to right. And that'll go as the Mets' first hit of the ball game. Long throw to the plate. And he will get in there with their first run. It's a 2-1 game now.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Standing in now, Wilmer Flores, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah, that thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Stepping in now, number 48, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And this will get into the books. He's a sac fly and an RBI, and we are tied at 2.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Daniel Murphy will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
Yeah, and he went down on 3 straight pitches, so he didn't put up much of a fight in that at-bat. Looking for a better one right here.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. This is skied out toward right. Lee waits on it. And that ends the inning. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. Back with more fun here on a Friday afternoon after this. David Lee will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Yeah, but he hit it hard, though. He put a really nice swing on it. And we'll see if he can do that same thing right here.
Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. One away here to begin the third.
Now batting, center fielder, John.
And you can see what they're trying to do on show track. In, and in. Well, he finally gets him to pop something up here.
In now is John Jay. As he'll take a look at ball one. Just missing here, 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. And this misses for ball four. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Stepping in, Michael Lee. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I wonder if he rubbed it.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. A lot of pitches up in the zone here early on.
And that's not the worst thing in the world at this place, but you've got to pick your spots.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Just checking.
And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Tap fouled at home plate. Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Ball two.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Perhaps sensing he's going to look to first. And the runner back easily. Runner at first here with one away in a 2-2 ball game. And he misses again here. It's ball four. And that's back-to-back walks here with one away.
Now there are two ways you can go here as a pitching coach. So he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with. Other guys, they respond better when you go out and challenge them. Really got to read them the riot act.
Number 3 stands in. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. So a 3-run shot to right center field, his second of the game. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
And that's already 2 home runs he's coughed up here in the first 2 1/3 innings. He's not fooling anybody out there, and they just keep pouring it on.
Into the box, Mark McGuire. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Nope.
Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. You start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Ball 3 here as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here. Release point, mechanics, just about everything looks out of whack right now.
And these are the guys that really scare you. The guys that have absolutely no clue where the ball's going. Time to close up that stance just a little bit, I think.
Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
Second baseman, Nick Savage.
Nick Savage will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. Three runs already home here. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. You see anything mechanically that leaps out at you about what might be going wrong?
I just kind of think he's overthinking things out there. You hear catchers talk about telling pitchers to trust their stuff, and I think right now he's just not trusting his stuff.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Lagares is under it, makes the play, and there are two gone now.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Striding into the box, Ed Easley. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the third inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Here it comes, 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And that curveball still hasn't shown up yet. It's normally a real good pitch for him, but it hasn't served him well at all so far.
Now a throw over to first, back in standing. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Hayward is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Cards strike for three, all coming courtesy of this three-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 5-2 St. Louis. Matt Carpenter digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Third baseman, Matt Carpenter.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
And he falls behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Now batting. Left
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Gets him fishing for it. Then nice work to tidy up behind the plate and make the put out at first.
Here's Lucas Duda now. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
And for as hard as he throws, he's not just a thrower out there. I mean, this is pinpoint accuracy with his fastball. He puts it right on the knees on the inside corner. Not a whole lot you're going to do with that pitch.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two out, nobody on. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Swing and a miss at a ball tailing out of the zone. 2-2.
That slider is just devastating against left-handed hitters. I mean, he wasn't even close to that one.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more fun here on a Friday afternoon after this. Peter Borges is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball is in there for strike 1. Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike 2.
Yeah, not a bad idea. He waited a pitch there before showing bunt. Sometimes that might back that third baseman up a step or two if he sees you're not bunting at the first pitch.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball, too. But unfortunately, he hits it right at someone. So it becomes a fairly easy out.
Johan Santana stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time. So we'll see if he can make one fall here.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. This one's flared out toward left. Duda has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the
Here's a guy
Cardinals.
that needed a quick inning after giving up 3 runs the last time around. He's got the first 2 outs here. He's looking a lot more determined out there now.
David Lee will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
in tied at 93, ball one. Fourth inning here, already a 5-2 score. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off the pitch down and away, ball two.
That's ball
3-1 now.
I got 3-1.
John Jay would be next if they can keep this inning alive. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're still out in front, 5-2. John Mayberry will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
First pitch on its way. Good setup, and the circle change hits the spot. 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Two runs on just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And that's too high, ball 2.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
The 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
And he's feeling it out there now. I mean, that is 5 straight guys that he struck out now. His defenders may as well come on into the dugout and take a break because they're not even needed out there now.
Here's Juan Lagares. As he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees, it's strike one. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Jay has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail 5-2. Jonathan Neese is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Jay. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Out in front of it, strike one. Neese into his motion. Here he comes 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Drilled down the line. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. So with the leadoff man reaching base here, let's take a moment to check out this date in baseball history. Michael Lee will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at two close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Duda is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Yeah, a dangerous pitch right there. 2-0 to a middle-of-the-order guy, and he gets away with it and gets him to lift an easy fly ball.
Number 3 will step in now. 2 for 2 with 2 home runs thus far.
Well, he's got that power stroke working, Matty, so why not get a little greedy and look for another one to drive?
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. We're in the 5th inning here. 5-2 is our score. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Ready now with the payoff pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Just hung in there on that one. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
And when you know you've got a guy in protect mode up there and he's fouling off pitches left and right, that's when you know you can just keep taking him further and further away. He winds up getting the punch out here on a pitch that's well out of the zone.
Mark McGuire will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
He's set, and the pitch. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. 5 runs, just 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cards leave 1, and it remains 5-2. Leading off the inning, Wilmer Flores, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Line softly toward the hole, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And he'd been on a pretty good roll until that base hit right there. He'd set down 9 in a row, so now he's going to have to remember what it's like to work out of the stretch.
Chris Owings will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Chris Owings.
And he lays off there 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Up top, it's 2-0. A runner at first with no outs here. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Jay on the run. 1 out.
Oh, what a great call right there on a 2-0 pitch. He's got this guy thinking fastball, but he breaks out the changeup right there, and he gets him to loft an easy fly ball.
Daniel Murphy will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2 thus far. And he takes ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Runners on first with 1 down. Not close. It's 2-0.
And now with a 2-0 count, both pitches have been in. This might be where you say, all right, I'm going to let it fly if this next one's middle away.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
Third baseman number 13,
Matt Carpenter will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike.
You got to believe he's going to keep going back to that slider. It's been great for him so far.
One and one. Here it is. Hit hard to short. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Mets strand 1, and the deficit remains 5-2. Jerry Familia will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Jerry Familia.
Nick Savage will lead things off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning.
Nick Savage.
Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Outside and a full count, 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
That's a real good at-bat there.
For the Cardinals,
He fell behind 1 and 2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Ed Easley will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Fastball in there for a called strike.
0-1.
And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Now a throw over, and he's back in standing.
Simple throw over there.
Here's the 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3 and 2 here. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Here's Peter Borges standing in as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. (5-2) is our score here in inning number 6. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Runners on first with 1 down. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
As you can see right here, his timing just seems to be off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. And he's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
In now, Johan Santana as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're still out in front, 5-2. Lucas Duda will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Around first, on his way to second now. And a good at-bat on 3-2 as he finishes it with a leadoff double.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Jason Hayward stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. McGuire is there, and he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
John Mayberry ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
And this is a big-time strikeout situation right here, so they're going to be shooting for the same result, no doubt about it.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
One and one. Here it comes. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
I got the count. 1-2.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Travis d'Arnaud digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Dylan G is on the pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Dylan G.
David Lee will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Boy, they've done a really good job against this guy so far, and it's the first time in the series that they've held him without a hit.
Hey. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
Here's the 0-2. And another foul ball. Drilled to the right side. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
In now is John Jay. And that misses, ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Ground ball right side. Gloved by Murphy. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision right there, not to force that throw back against your body. You don't want to set him up with a first and second. So that's a smart play just to take the out at first base.
Into the box now, Michael Lee, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Now the 0-1. Oh, and he turns on this fastball and sends it out to deep left field. And I would say he got just about all of that one as this ball is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year. And the lead is now 7-2.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Will Cordero will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
25, Will Cordero.
Number 3 will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Standing in now, Mark McGuire drilled on the ground to short. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he just manages to get his hand in.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Into the box, Nick Savage, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
And we all know that this guy doesn't really have the velocity to get it past a whole lot of major league hitters. So he's got to rely on that location, in and out, up and down, and that was perfect right there.
The 0-1 on its way. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Close pitch, but just a bit outside. He wanted it, but it's 2-1. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
2-1, here it is. All even now, 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. To short, hit hard. Flores is there. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Cardinals 7 and the Mets 2. Randy Choate will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Randy Choate.
Juan Lagares will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And look out, as that one sails behind him. Things getting a little testy down there.
And it's pretty rare to miss behind a guy when you're not trying to. Something might be up here.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Jay giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
And even with the new pitcher in there, I think you tip your cap a bit to that starter. I mean, he gutted out 6 tough innings, and he's given his guys a good chance at victory if this bullpen can hold the lead.
Wilmer Flores will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. First pitch of the at-bat. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A pause and the 0-2. Liner towards second. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
And this is really one of the few balls that he hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
Number 65 will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Full count now, 3-2. Daniel Murphy will be next. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Daniel Murphy will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. A runner on first with 2 away. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. On the ground to the left side. Reined in. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Mets leave 1. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Number 51 will come in and pitch now.
For the New York Mets, number 51.
Ed Easley stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Grounded back up the middle. Flores to his left. He's there. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
The left fielder, number 11.
I don't know if there's anything really to pinpoint about this play. It might have been one of those where he never really got a good grip on the baseball, and he winds up kind of throwing a sinker across the diamond to first base, and it skips right on by.
Here's Peter Borges standing in. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count. 0-2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start. So he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Yadier Molina will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Yadier Molina.
Hot shot to third. Taken in by Carpenter. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more fun here on a Friday afternoon after this. Randy Johnson will come on and make his fourth appearance in this campaign.
Randy Johnson.
Matt Carpenter will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Look out, 2-0 now.
Well, not close on either of these first two pitches. He's going to have to find the release point quick before he loses the leadoff guy.
Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
That's ball.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if you can't throw strikes.
Hit hard to short. Lee fields it cleanly. A quick out number 1.
The batter.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Digging in, Lucas Duda. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. On to first, and there were 2 down.
And you know, normally when you see a play like this, you figure if this guy's all the way out into the outfield like he is right there, you figure he's already in the shift. But actually, this is all range right there. He's way out on the outfield grass, and he's able to gather this thing up and make the play from a tough angle, too.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. That evens it up, 1-1. And now time is called here, as in the bitterest of April ironies, a beach ball has made its way onto the field. And as I reach for another jacket and a cup of coffee, there's some kind of cruel joke in play right about now. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Bobby Parnell will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
Parnell.
Now to the plate, David Lee. He singled his last time up.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
That's
2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way. All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now.
He's having a little trouble finding the strike zone here to start off the inning. And it's a long road back from 3-0.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
This is in the air out to right field. Hayward giving chase, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Yeah, real good extension on the swing that time as he goes out and gets that ball. You'll see the right fielder's got no shot at this one as it's over his head and one hops the wall out there. That's going to allow him to coast into second with an easy double.
In now is John Jay. Hot shot on the ground is short. Flores has it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Well, the inning starts nicely with that leadoff double, but aside from a strikeout, a ground ball to short is about the last thing you want to have happen. You know, if this is to the second baseman, that's great, but that's just a wasted out here.
Michael Lee will stand in again, and we'll take you back to the seventh inning. This was a two-run home run, and it was one of the key blows in the ball game thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Hit down the line at first. Mayberry has it. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
These days in this game we talk so much about situational hitting. Hit behind the runners, move guys up. But with one out, you got to try to drive that guy in. That was a really unproductive out, even though the guy moves to third.
So coming to the plate, number 3. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him a pitch that he likes.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Back goes Lagares. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. Cards lead it 7-2.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now, and it's the very hard-throwing right-hander Jordan Walden who'll make an appearance here. John Mayberry will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
First baseman, Sean Mayberry, Jr.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You got to start it on the edge if you want them to chase.
A good movement bearing in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. One out, nobody on. One and two now as that's in there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his third strikeout of the ball game.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Juan Lagares makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
These guys would like to at least get someone on base here in this bottom of the 9th. Got to make them sweat a little.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it. And he'll make the catch here to end it, and the Cardinals have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Boy, these guys were in control of this series from the word go. They finish off a 4-game sweep in front of the home crowd, definitely using the home field and the home crowd to their full advantage.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered more than once with runners in scoring position. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was more than enough to lead his guys to victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 7-2. So long from New York.
Our final line score this afternoon, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Mets, 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.